Hello, welcome back to Spider's Web, and in this video I'm going to be continuing painting Sarah. That is assuming, of course, that my chair will hold out, because at the moment it feels as though it's collapsing underneath me because one of the supports for it has decided to split. So there we are. May have to get rid of the frame on this one and replace it with my other chair. Ah well, never mind. So I just have to take the covers off this and put it on the other chair that I've got. This is not nice. Anyway, let's get on with painting this mini. Right, so what do we have so far with this? So there we go. All the paint's been dry now, and it should have, because it was yesterday afternoon when I did this. We're going to start off with using a little bit of Screaming Skull. I'm going to use this as the usual colour for making the main colours paler. I don't like using white for that because I think it changes the colour too much. Might just be my what's the word I'm looking for? Might just be my view on it, but that's how I think. So we're going to take a little bit of the flesh tone, move it over to here. This is of course the Kislev flesh. I'll add a little bit of the Screaming Skull into that, a bit more of the Kislev flesh, and there we are. And we're just going to go over the top edges of the flesh. We're not doing this, we're not going to be going too much into detail on this, because all we want to do is quite literally just make the details stand out a little bit more. And to do that, we just need to add a little bit of a highlight. As I say, we're not going too heavy with it because the mini itself is not what do you call it, wonderfully detailed. There's a lot going on with it, but it's not wonderfully detailed. It's not incredibly large scale mini, so we don't need really to go overboard with it. The quality of the mini itself isn't really one that I would feel justified to try and do too much. It's just literally a game piece, so that's how we're treating it. So that's the flesh part done. Now what do we have? This is the Incubi Darkness that we use for the trousers, so we'll add a little bit of that over here, and then again a little bit of the Screaming Skull. We don't want it too much of a difference, but we do want it different enough. In fact, I think I may stick with that, to be honest, and we'll just do on the raised areas here, following the curves of her form, as well as the creases, the raised areas along any creases that's there. So anything like that is just what we're looking for. Anything like these lines here, they will do what we need. I think that should do it. I may have to come back and add a little bit more to that, I don't know. Now the body armour colour that we used, we'll add a little bit of the Screaming Skull into that, just to put along the top edges of the straps and the body armour. We're not going too mad with it. It is like a greeny grey colour. That wasn't the body armour, that was something different. That was just black. There we are. So anything that we did with the body armour colour, that's the one we'll use for this. That's the one we'll highlight this with, should I say. And the body armour colour went over all the body armour, all the straps, all the things on a belt. And the only difference is that we did the hand grenade there in the brownish cut and the what do you call it? The wood dried bark. That's the word I was looking for. Just add that in there. There we go. A little bit there, a little bit there. And we just attach two. That's that. Next job. What colour do we have here? That's the green colour. So I'll add a bit of this there. A little bit of the Screaming Skull to make it a little paler. This is very, very watery paint, as you may have noticed. And we're just going to add some little dabs, lines and marks here and there, just to hopefully add a little bit of highlighting and detail, make it stand out a little bit more. There we are, that will do. We don't want to go overboard with it, as I say. Next we have, what colour is this? Is this the black? Yes it is. So there's the black. We'll add a little bit of that black into the Inky by Darkness, rather than use the, in fact we'll add a little bit of that as well. And that's going to be on the boots, on the gloves, there we are. The perfect highlight colour for black is like a dark blue. So we'll just add a few splodges here and there on the gloves, on top of the gloves as well. On the armband and along the top of that glove. Also on the hair, we'll just run the edge of the brush down so it just catches the raised areas. But I also want to make sure that I've got the face framed properly, and I'm going to do that with this colour as well. Even though I should probably use black. I just want to make sure that around the edge of the face isn't as stark and deep a contrast. Yeah. That'll do for that. For the wood, was that colour, was it not? I'm just going to go into the green colour that we have there, and that's that. We'll do that on the wood, just to make it stand out that little bit more. Not that the hand grenade is wood at all, but I wanted it just to stand out that little bit more than it was doing already. And now a little bit of a shake up on this one. This is the Stormhost Silver, as you can see. Now we'll just get a little bit of that on the brush, and I'll run that over what is blade and the tip of the bolt. Oops. A little bit on the underneath as well, not much. And that is Sarah. So all we're doing on her, because as I say, she's a game piece, not a not a display quality character. Now then, how did I do the bases of the vampires? Did I just paint them? I just painted them brown. Okay. So we'll do that again with these, using the Rhinox hide. They're not staying brown, don't worry about that. It is quite simply just a case of applying a base coat to make it look a little more neater. When I get around to doing the bases, they will be different. I'm going to put some base covering on it, but I just wanted it to look a little bit neater, just in case I don't get around to finishing everything before we start playing on camera. I want it to have that colour, if you get me drift. Now I'm doing the edges of this even though I don't really need to, because we have those rings that go on the edge of the bases that will show that you're either a vampire or human. Green for human and red for vampire. And it will probably get scraped off putting in those, but there we are. That is now Sarah completed. All that we need to do with her now is to apply a varnish to protect it from being handled. But as I say, that's all we can do now for Sarah. So one final look, and while you're having a look, I'll say take care, God bless, and bye for now.